Calaroga Shark Media.
Today, the newly unrenamed John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts will present the 27th Mark Twain Prize for American Humor to Bill Maher. That's right, I said Bill Maher. You didn't misunderstand me. Bill Maher is winning the Mark Twain Prize. Hi, I'm Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. The prize is named to honor one of the world's greatest humorists, that being Mark Twain. It will be awarded at a gala performance today with some of the biggest names in comedy, including Louis C.K., Whitney Cummings, Jay Leno, and others, including John Mellencamp and Stephen A. Smith. The program will eventually air on Netflix. It's not on Netflix today. The official website tells us for more than 25 years, Bill Maher has set the boundaries of where funny political talk can go on American television, first on Politically Incorrect, and for more than 20 years on HBO's Real Time. In 2025, Mediaite named Bill the 14th most influential person in media, 14. They wrote, in the age of independent-minded content creators, Maher can easily be recognized as a pioneer and one of the only independents who continues to thrive. Now, I'm putting a little spin on my read here. That said, I find that I do listen to his podcast. He gets good guests and there are good conversations. I do feel like we're stepping down in class here. Let me just say it. Let me tell you who has won the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor in the past, all right? 1988. The first winner, Richard Pryor. Now, if you listen to the Daily Comedy News podcast, I assume I don't have to tell you who Richard Pryor was. We'll do the winners in order. Jonathan Winters, Carl Reiner, all right, so they kind of went back. Then Whoopi Goldberg in 2001. Interesting choice. Then Bob Newhart, Lily Tomlin, Lorne Michaels in 2004. Steve Martin, Neil Simon, interesting. Then Billy Crystal. It's not until 2008 that we give it to George Carlin. Now, the award is not designed to be given posthumously, but Carlin died between the announcement and the ceremony. Why did you wait till 2008 to even get around to George Carlin? Then in 2009, Bill Cosby. Wikipedia says those who honored Bill Cosby included Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Sinbad, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Stephen Wright, Willie Nelson, Carl Reiner, Dick Gregory, Rita Moreno, and Felicia Rashad. Cosby's award was rescinded in 2018. Now, to be fair to those who honored Bill Cosby in 2009, sometime between 2009 and 2018, I worked with Bill Cosby several times, and he was the public persona of Bill Cosby that you all knew and loved. So I don't think it's absurd that any of those people there were to honor Bill Cosby. Who knew? But, as I've said before, one day Bill Cosby will pass away, and I will tell you a story. In 2010, Tina Fey, then Will Ferrell, Ellen DeGeneres, Carol Burnett. We put in Ellen before Carol Burnett? Really? Jay Leno in 2014? So that just had me check. Johnny Carson passed away in 2005, and again, the award is not given out posthumously, all right? Eddie Murphy in 2015, then Bill Murray. David Letterman in 2017. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, the MVP of the Seinfeld series, by the way, if you rewatch it, 2018. Dave Chappelle in 2019. Then there was COVID and stuff. We come back in 2022 with Jon Stewart. And this is weird because is this guy a comedian? Adam Sandler? I only know him from being a great dramatic actor in things like Uncut Gems, the one about basketball. Does he do comedy? Honoring Adam Sandler were Dana Carvey, Luis Guzman, Tim Herlihy, Rob Schneider, Ben Stiller, Jennifer Aniston, Judd Apatow, Drew Barrymore, Steve Buscemi, Conan, Chris Rock, Pete Davidson, and David Spade. Then in 2024, Kevin Hart. Last year, Conan O'Brien. And this year, Bill Maher. So again, we're coming off a run of, let me go back to, all right, let me dump on Ellen. We're coming off a run starting in 2013, in order. Carol Burnett, Jay Leno, Eddie Murphy, Bill Murray, David Letterman, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Dave Chappelle, Jon Stewart, Adam Sandler, Kevin Hart, Conan O'Brien, and now Bill Maher. The Mark Twain Prize recognizes individuals who have had an impact on American society in ways similar to Mark Twain. Then there were some bios. Louis C.K. is a 6-time Emmy Award winner, 3-time Grammy Award winner, and New York Times best-selling author. C.K. is the creator, writer, director, and star of Peabody Award-winning shows Louie and Horace and Pete. C.K. also wrote, directed, and appeared in the feature film 4th of July, released in theaters nationwide 2022. And then they tell us about his book. They overlook some things in Louis C.K.'s bio, but we got into that yesterday. You can go back and listen to yesterday's episode. Another bio is about Jay Leno, the acclaimed television late-night show host, admired stand-up comedian, best-selling children's book author. Really? I mean, I'm sure his books sell great, but Jay, like if you didn't know who Jay Leno was, and I was like, Jay Leno, Tonight Show, and you looked at me like you didn't know who I meant, and I'd be like, the best-selling children's book author. You'd be like, oh yeah, Jay Leno, I know him. Much in demand corporate speaker, television and movie voiceover artist, pioneering car builder and mechanic, and a philanthropist, Jay Leno is widely characterized as... Now, I know what phrase is in your head because I've put it in your head. Wrong. He's widely characterized as the hardest working man in show business. Wasn't that James Brown's thing? Am I making that up? Yeah, I Googled the phrase the hardest working man in show business and James Brown came up. But James Brown is dead, so maybe Jay Leno is now the hardest working man in show business. I don't know. The bio continues, Leno's domination of late night television has spanned 2 decades as host as the #1 rated Tonight Show with Jay Leno. When he's not on television, Leno performs more than 100 stand-up shows annually across the country and internationally, participates in numerous charity and corporate events, does voiceovers for animated series. Does he? It's time to IMDb Jay Leno. Are you a new listener? The show's a little relaxed today. I didn't set out to do a relaxed show, but seems we're being a little casual today. Let's see. Jay Leno has 115 actor credits. We won't read them all. Oh, yes, in Mickey and the Roadster Racers... He played Billy Beagle, Bill Beagle, and Bubba Beagle. He also voiced Billy Beagle in Mickey Mouse Mixed Up Adventures. You know that series from 2019 to 2021. Famous voice actor Jay Leno played Hank Featherby in Tots in one episode in 2021. He's the voice of Crystal Ball in TV series The 7D. That ran 17 episodes from 2014 to 2016. He played Jay Leno on The Simpsons in 2 episodes. He has also played Jay Leno on Family Guy. Phineas and Ferb in 2014, Jay Leno voiced Colonel Contraction. Who knew? All right. Clearly, he is a voice actor. Let's see, where were we? Does voiceovers for animated series, pens children's books, and writes a monthly column in various automotive magazines. In his spare time, he enjoys working on his collection of classic cars and motorcycles. He's built a number of cars, including an acclaimed eco car in his eco-friendly green garage. All right. I didn't intend to get as casual as we did. So let me, I'll do this live. I could edit this out, but this isn't fun. Let me see what I want to do here. I definitely want to do Patton Oswalt today. Oh, we'll do this one. This is fun. Jo Koy will host a multi-episode comedy showcase series titled Martin Lawrence Presents Pass the Mic. That's right, Martin Lawrence Presents Pass the Mic, hosted by Jo Koy, will be filmed in front of a live audience August 29th and 30th at the Legends Theater at Route 66 Casino Hotel in Albuquerque. Pass the Mic is designed to spotlight up-and-coming talent in the stand-up comedy. Martin Lawrence said, Pass the Mic is about creating opportunities for the next generation of comedians and giving them a platform to be seen. Wait until Martin finds out Kevin Hart just did this. Comedy has always been about discovering new voices, and I'm excited to help shine a light on talented performers who deserve that opportunity. No quote from Jo Koy, but you may remember, if you're like, who's Jo Koy again? He's the guy, one time he hosted the Golden Globes and told this horrible, horrible mean joke about Taylor Swift.
As you know, we came on after a football doubleheader. The big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL, on the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift.
Whew, what a vicious comedian. I mean, just what a horrible, mean joke. Okay, from the LA Times, how to have the best Sunday in LA according to Star Trek ruiner Patton Oswalt. Patton Oswalt has shared his ideal Sunday in Los Angeles. He says 7 a.m., enjoy a quiet breakfast at home. We learn, I try to be an early riser. Today I got up at 8:30, but a great day for me is getting up at 7 because I have that hour of quiet, have my breakfast, sip some tea, do some reading, and then start my day. Anyone who says they consistently wake up at 7 a.m. for the most part, they're probably lying. Got news for you, Patton. I'm up. 9 a.m., morning coffee with a side of people watching. My perfect Sunday starts at the Studio City Farmers Market. You do this kind of roaming breakfast. I thought you had breakfast at 7, so this is like second breakfast. Where they do the farmer's market, there's an amazing tamale stand that does these chicken and green chili tamales. You get one of those, then you go over to Jones on 3rd, and you get yourself a really strong cup of coffee because Jones is right there, part of the farmer's market. All right, so he's had 7 a.m. breakfast, where he had some tea, and now at 9 a.m., you get second breakfast, which includes tamales and coffee. Okay. At 10 a.m., you destroy Star Trek. You put on a Doug the Vulcan costume and you pretend that you cared all about the series and it wasn't just a paycheck for you. And you take the paycheck and you crap all over 60 years of canon because what's it to you? Then at 11 a.m., you get into a book. You go to the last bookstore, not meaning the final bookstore, meaning a bookstore that is titled capital L, capital B, last bookstore. I always drop by there and spend too much money on a book. All right, so again, breakfast, second breakfast, ruin Star Trek, head on over to the bookstore. Then at 1 o'clock, catch a matinee and a matcha. One of my favorite things is to see a movie in the afternoon. I don't really eat lunch these days. Well, you had 2 breakfasts, dude. But across the street from a theater he likes is a place called Horror Vibes Coffee. It's based around horror movies. It's weirdly popular. All these goth kids go in there and they make really good matchas. So I'll go in there, I'll get a matcha, and take that into the movie theater and see a flick. The movie theater also makes good chicken nuggets, and they make a delicious bagel dog. All right, so again, breakfast, second breakfast, you skip lunch, but you have chicken nuggets and a bagel dog during the movie. At 4 o'clock, you head back to the bookstore. This all from the LA Times. Patton Oswalt said, when I'm done at the movies, I'll take whatever book I've gotten and go back down to the last bookstore and just sit and read. Or if you really want to go in a goblin mode reading, you go to the Iliad bookshop. They encourage you to go in there and sit and read. There are store cats everywhere that are hanging around. The store kitties are very friendly. So you have breakfast, second breakfast, a movie where you're on like your third coffee. You have some chicken nuggets, a bagel dog. Then you go to the bookstore and you read a book that you bought at a different bookstore. I'm sure they love you. The Iliad has these big overstuffed couches and chairs with blown springs. You're encouraged to sit on a lounge and read the book you bought at the other bookstore. They have no problem with you doing that. A big thing for me now is having 2 to 3 uninterrupted hours of just reading. No phone, nothing. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. Now, this is fantastic. The LA Times has an editor's note, and they wrote, editor's note, the Iliad is closed Sundays. Wow, Patton. Amazing. Thank you, LA Times editor. Then at 6 o'clock, you sit down for some sushi because you got to be starving. You haven't had anything since like 1 o'clock when you had chicken nuggets and a bagel dog after 2 breakfasts. Patton enjoys sushi tomoki. I can't rave enough about this place. They have a black cod sushi, and the black cod is slightly seared. It's not cold, but it's not totally cooked. There's something about cold rice and then this slightly seared, slightly burned black cod. The flavor's so perfect, I love it. Then at 8 o'clock, you take an outdoor stroll and return to your book. Patton Oswalt explains there's nothing wrong with double dipping. You don't have to read just once during the day. You can go back and forth. That is a perfect Sunday in LA for Patton Oswalt. I would then suggest you put on the television series Star Trek. Not Next Generation, not Voyager, not Deep Space Nine, not Strange New Worlds. The one just called Star Trek. And you watch Leonard Nimoy show you how to play a Vulcan. Not Doug the Vulcan, Spock the Vulcan. And that is a pretty casual episode of Daily Comedy News on a Sunday. All right, June's almost over, so if you're going to share the show, this would be the one to share. Be like, hey, this guy goes on this weird Star Trek rant in the middle of talking about Patton Oswalt, and I have no idea what he means. That would be the episode you want to share. So do that right now. Your phone's in your hand. Hit share and just type what I just told you to do. You can follow the show on Spotify. Comments are on, so if you want to write WTF, you could do that. It'll help the algorithm. And comments are on in the Facebook group. Congratulations, Bill Maher. See you tomorrow.